Hi, welcome, welcome. So glad you've joined me. I am Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Lubbock, Texas. And I'm thrilled that you've joined today to watch, whether you're on YouTube or on my Facebook group or Facebook page. Wherever you've joined me, whether you're watching a replay or live, I'm glad you're here. Please let me know that you're here and make a comment. That would be great to know who you are and where you're from. And you probably got a little message if you've subscribed to my channels, which I hope you have. I bet you got a little message from StreamYard that said just to give them permission to show your name and photo, so that if you make a comment and I can flash it on the screen real quickly and I can also know who you are. So I have been doing Stampin' Up! Since 2005, so quite a while, and it's been a lot of fun. Hi, Rebecca. I'm glad you're on a quick lunch break. Glad you can watch for a minute. Thanks for tuning in. And let me know, everybody else who's tuning in. Glad you're here. I decided to go ahead and wrap up this designer series paper series from Celebration because it's about to be over. Celebration ends February 28th. So I wanted to make sure I got through all the cards that we've done at a Stamp-A-Stack and have used different papers on those. I've been using the Dainty Flowers and Favored Flowers papers out of here. And today we're using one from Day at the Farm, which is a fun set. It is a lot of paper with a whole lot of fun little farm images. Let me see if I can get those a little closer so you can see that. And during Celebration, you can earn this for free with a $50 order. So there are several items in here. If y'all don't have a catalog, let me know and I can send you a link at least. Don't know if I could get you a new one quickly enough for it to not be already gone, but you can order online from me. And if you would use the host code right here, that would be awesome. That's on the screen. And I'm going to show you a couple of versions today. These are the two ways you can do it with this particular card. And this is an easy, simple, fun fold that allows you to see both sides of the designer series paper. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. As you can see, it works vertically or horizontally, or if you want to call it portrait and landscape. So today we're just going to make a quick landscape card and I'll give you all the measurements and all as we go. And we will get started. We're going to do a little bit of die cutting and some texture embossing, and we'll get going on this. But the basis of the card is you take just your 8.5 by 5.5 typical sheet and score it at 4 1/4, which would really be this way, 4 1/4, and then you cut it at, you can vary it. I believe this one is 6 3/4. Let's look real quickly right here. I think it is 6 inches. 6 inches, which leaves a flap of 1 3/4. So let's move this over where you can see a lot better. We'll switch that around. There we go. Okay, it's time to create with Kelly, so let's get after it. All right, we're going to fold this over, and I've already given you the size. It comes out to be 5.5 by 6, but it's easier to just cut your paper in half to 5.5 by 8.5. Go ahead and score it at 4 1/4, and then you'll burnish with your bone folder here. Get a good crisp fold. Then we'll use our silicone mat and some Stampin' Seal. You can use seal or liquid glue, whatever you want. Just make sure when you cut your paper, just to kind of let you know, you want to make sure that your stripes are going the way you want it to. So you think when you're looking at this paper, it's not directional. But when you cut it, it really is because of the other side. So pay attention to that side. Okay. Then we're going to lay this on here. And we'll line up. So you'll line up those edges. So you know you're going to have at least this 1/2 inch strip on here that you can use your Stampin' Seal right on the edge. Or you can use liquid glue, like I said. You can do it on the edge of this, or you can do it on this. Either way, whatever works for you. Just make sure that when you lay it down, you get this end lined up first. So you've got the edge of your DSP matched up, and then you've got your other paper flat, your cardstock. This is garden green cardstock. And you can do this where it's, that way it shows on both sides. You don't have to cover one of them up. Isn't that cool? Okay, now we're going to take our little piece here, little striped piece, and we're going to add it on top. And you can use, like I said, Stampin' Seal, or you can use your liquid glue, whatever works for you. You just, when you're using the Stampin' Seal, you've got to remember to roll this and break that tape, okay? And I didn't get lotion on my hands or my fingernails painted. They look horrible. Don't look at my hands. Just look at the card, okay? Okay. Rebecca, hope your first day at work is going great. Glad you do get a lunch break. That's awesome. Okay, now we're going to use some of our garden green combo ribbon. This comes in a combo pack with some real red. In fact, I thought about trying the real red today just to see what we thought. Maybe do a little different twist on it. You can see the real red would work also. So why don't we try today? We'll try the red just to see. But the combo pack comes in real red and garden green, and it was in the mini catalog, but it carried over so you can still order it, and it's 159577. And this is a really nice smooth ribbon, easy to make bows or knots or whatever you want to. And with this one, I used a different ribbon. I used the metallic in color one, that's the Parakeet Party. We will, you want to get this ribbon. I think I'm doing it backwards. For me, I like to do it this way. We'll just wrap that around there really quickly. And if you have any questions, let me know. Even if you comment after, if you're watching the replay and need to ask a question, I try to go back. I'm not always great at it, so you may have to do it more than once, or you may have to just email me with a question if I don't see, if it's been a while since you watched the video and made a comment. If it's been a while since I did it, and today is February 21st, I do believe. Let's look on my computer. Yes, Tuesday, February 21st. So the host code that's on the screen is good for all the way through February 28th, when celebration is over. So we can have the little tails going up, we can have them going down, we can have them straight, whichever way we want to do it. It looks like I kind of tied them more where they're going to go up. So that's just the way it is on this one. And if you ever do that and it's not the way you want, you can take it off your card and put it back on in a little bit different spot. But we're just going to move it, and you just kind of curve your card a little bit like that, and you can scoot your ribbon over where you want it to be. So you want it to be straight on the back and straight right here. And then we're going to get our little die cutting done. I'm going to use a different die. I just found out these were from the seasonal labels that carried over, but I'm going to show you the Something Fancy dies, which are still current. We're going to get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine real quickly here. And I'm just going to cut, see if I can get this where y'all can see a little better. Okay, we'll do a piece of Daffodil Delight and a piece of Basic White, and cut those both at the same time. And you need, with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, to die cut these little thinlets or thin framelit dies. You need the base plate and the number 2 plate, and then you make a little sandwich with the clear number 3. Put these in between it. These are your meat and cheese. The others are your piece of bread, is the way I explain it. We're going to run that through. And I run them through kind of at an angle because there's less speed bumps that way. So it's less wear and tear on your equipment and your dies. So we've got those ready. And if we need to cut another one, we will. Then I'm going to show you, instead of all 3 of these plates now, we're going to emboss the yellow one, the Daffodil Delight, in with our cane weave folder. And I'll show you all the stamp sets we use at the end, but I wanted, Rebecca's tuned in, so I wanted to make sure I was showing her this alternative here. We did use the cane weave folder before, and usually when you use the Stampin' Up! Logo on top, that's the way you want it. You can run it through the machine either way, but you want to line this up where you have your straight lines in the cane weave or whatever folder it is. If there's a direction to it, you want to make sure that's straight before you run it through. And the top of the label is up as the Stampin' Up! Label is, but this is kind of warping because it's been run through this way more. So I am going to send it through the other way. Rebecca, yeah, I've used this folder a lot since it came out. I started using it with the Country Floral, but it just seems to work with a lot of different things. And my granddad had these cane weave kind of chairs. So it reminds me, we grew up on a farm, and the cane weave is just, it just seemed to fit with the day at the farm to me. Because of that, I guess, because that's the way I grew up. But I use the folder for a lot of different things. But this so happens to work with this every day, our day at the farm paper. Okay, so that's all there is to that. We'll put these up. This is from, as I said, this is from the Something Fancy. And we're going to use this stamp set, the Something Fancy stamp set, and the dies today. So I will put these back where they belong. It's really nice that you have these 2 that are nested, and then you've got these 2 nested dies, and then this has 3 different nested dies. So you can use whichever one you want and have a little bit larger label. I skipped the one in the middle so that more of the cane weave would show, as you can see. So I could have done it this size, but it wouldn't have shown much of the texture. So I chose to jump up a size since I had one on that. But I do recommend, if you're going to get the Something Fancy, if you like either one of these, I mean, this can be used, of course, with any greeting set. And the Something Fancy could be used with just about any dies. So individually, I won't even give you those item numbers because I recommend getting both of these. So I would get the bundle and save 10% that way. Okie dokie. We're going to get our Stampin' Pierce mat here. And we're going to stamp. I tried to come up with something that I thought worked with the Veggies. You know, that's kind of a little bit different card since we're using the Veggies. Let's see. Maybe we'll go with Garden Green. Since we're using red here, we might not, that might be too much red. What do you think, Rebecca? Should we use red with the red ribbon? Or go ahead and go with green for the greeting? What do you think? Okay. All right. We will. Rebecca had to run back to work. So whoever is watching, if we have any others watching now, y'all can let me know what you think. I think we'll just try the Garden Green and see what we think. A little bit different. Move the red ribbon out of the way. We'll stamp this. And may the good you do come back to you. That kind of relates to Veggies, don't you think? Because Veggies are good for you. And we're excited to share this with a friend who does a lot of good, evidently, to friends and family around her. I've got several people in mind this would just be great to send to. So I'm going to clean that real quickly. And we'll go with, I think we're going to stick with the real red on the inside because we have a lot of green showing on the card on the inside. So we'll grab this and our little strip. Let's make sure this is the right size. Yes. Okay. Our little strip is going to go this way, and our card is landscape. So we're going to leave room here. We're going to go with the real red. That's the color of the ribbon I used. See if I can get this. Life is better with you. Who wouldn't want to get a card with that in it? Everybody wants to feel that way about their friends and family, right? And handmade cards are such a nice touch to send to folks you care about. I just get in a rut and I start making them and use them for samples, and then I don't end up sending them. And it's just, I've got to somehow get more organized and getting everything done. Just learning how to do that. I have had a lot of fun being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if any of y'all have ever thought about it, whether you love Stampin' Up! Products and you want to get them at a discount, you can join my team for that. And if you've ever thought about it, you want to talk to me about it now, because this is the best time to do it, because we have celebration going on. We've got a join special where you can join for $99 and get $175 worth of product. It is just an amazing deal. We always have it where you can get $125 for $99, but now it's $175, so an extra $50 worth of product. And you can choose that out of whichever catalog you want, the mini catalog or the annual catalog. And then you'll get extra catalogs to pass along to friends. So even if you're not demonstrating or selling or having classes in particular, you may have friends get interested in stamping because you are interested in that. And that's a good time to share. Spend time together. We have a wonderful paper crafting community here in Lubbock and have lots of friends who stamp with me and really enjoy it. We get together. We have team activities. In fact, we've got one coming up in April that we're excited about that I'm doing with another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the area. So if you have any questions, there are 3 options to the join special that is just through February 28th. So that's why I'm bringing it up again. That you can get one of the little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. I used the big one today because I was using a big folder. But if you're interested in getting one of these machines, this is a way to do it because you get it at half off. So I told you about the option of getting $175 worth of product for $99. And that is, Stampin' Up! Even includes shipping. This is a no-brainer, people. Even if you only think you'll just use it for the 3 months that you're a demonstrator, or 4 months before, and decide you can't meet a monthly minimum after that, which is not difficult to do if you're doing a lot of crafting. But if you decide this isn't for you and you just want to take the starter kit and that's it, that's great. If you want to take the starter kit and come to classes, hold classes, whatever you want to do, I'm happy to help you as a team member. So if you want to add $30 to that, which would make $129, you would still get the $175 worth of product, but you also get this boho mini machine, which really only costs you $30. So you're saving half off on that. You can get it in boho blue, which is a new in color coming up, or you can get it in white. So I'd love to chat with you about joining if you're interested in getting a discount. Okay, we're going to pop this up with dimensionals and just going to put one in each of these top corners and a couple in the bottom, kind of far. Whoops. Sorry about that. Y'all can't exactly see that. There we go. So I'm kind of avoiding the area where I'll be putting the dimensionals on this one so it won't be double stacked. And please, if you join in, just let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. Happy to help. All right. And we will be doing some technique cards and all that coming up. So usually my style is much more complex than this one, but we did a Stampin' stack with some easy cards to make it easy to make multiples. And it was a lot of fun. So now my folks have a stash of cards that they can change out for get well or thank you or birthday or sympathy. A lot of them. You probably wouldn't want to send a Veggies sympathy card, but who knows? Somebody may have lost a farmer, and this would be especially meaningful to them. So have a lot of farm friends and came from a farming family, so I know all about growing your own vegetables. We didn't do a ton of it, but we did some. We had some good black-eyed peas and corn. I don't know if y'all are black-eyed peas fans. If I know some areas of the country, I think that's just to feed your cows or pigs or something, but we loved black-eyed peas and certainly fresh corn and watermelon off the farm. So I just wanted to show you, there's our card. Well, we're going to add one embellishment. I think these look great with this. We're going to go ahead and use, even though we didn't use the let's see if these are too orangey. They might be a little too orangey. They were good with the Poppy Parade, but not so good with the real red. This kind of has some cherry cobbler in here, has some, to me, it has real red and Poppy Parade, little Cajun Craze. All those are not listed on our sheet on the Designer Series paper pack that they're in there. What do y'all think of that? Maybe it'll work. Even with the red. I don't think I brought an alternative in here because I wasn't thinking about using this ink. And this is our Take Your Pick tool, which is something that everybody needs at least one, because this end comes out and you have a little spatula and you have a little pointed end, and then this end has the putty end and picks up our sequins really well. Lots of different kinds of embellishments. Let's see. Let me see if we might want smaller ones, if that might. We're not going to put these on very well. I'm just barely going to stick them so that I'll see if I like it this way. Kind of sprinkled. I think it kind of picks up the red and kind of picks up the orangey tones out of here. I don't know if we need a second one there or we want it over here. I'm just kind of barely laying it there. I'm not pushing it down so the glue sticks. I kind of like it over here by the good. Being a little too picky. It's not really that big a deal. There we go. May the good you do come back to you. Life is better with you. Isn't that awesome? Love that. Okay, well, again, I'm Kelly Pitts, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Lubbock, Texas. And I would love to chat with you about joining my team or coming to a class. I've got classes coming up this Thursday scheduled at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. If you're in the Lubbock area and would like to attend, be sure and let me know. You can send me an email at Kelly, K-E-L-L-E-Y, at createwithkelly.com. And please subscribe to my blog and share this if you've got any crafty friends you think might enjoy it. I would love to help them. And all the products I have listed are for sale by moi. I do have an online store, and also there's a catalog that I can get to you. So just let me know if you need something. And I will also have this on my blog. I'll have all the measurements and everything. I should have that posted by tomorrow with the supply list and all the measurements. So thanks again for tuning in. You make this a lot of fun. I look forward to crafting with you again. My normal YouTube, Facebook Live time is Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. So I will see you this Saturday. Thanks a lot. Have a great week. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.